Hi, I'm Cassie for 1700, and I'm lucky enough to be joined here with the boys from Underoath, Tim and Dan. How are you guys today?
Great.
Doing well. Thank you.
That's good. Now, you guys are back in Australia on tour. It's been way too long. We've missed you. How's it been so far?
It's been great.
Yeah, it's been really good.
It's so relaxed here. We
Yeah.
played 2 shows in 5 days.
Yeah, we've been gone from home for almost a week, and yeah, we played 2 shows, so it's been
Did you
good.
get much time to actually see the city? Because Dan, this is your first time to Australia with Underoath.
Yeah, we do have a lot of time just to explore the city or lounge at the hotel or whatever.
Dan is the new drummer of Underoath for all you at home that were unaware. Now, Underoath have been through so many changes with members throughout the years. Was there ever a point in the career where you thought that the band was going to break up?
Yeah. Multiple times. There's been some pretty pivotal points where that's been one of the options on the table. You know, like if you can't find someone to replace someone or someone leaves or however that works, there's always like okay, we'll just have to figure this out. We're pretty committed to doing things a specific way, so we wouldn't sacrifice a bunch of stuff just for the sake of keeping on. Somehow we've just been really blessed and fortunate to be able to keep going.
I'd known these guys for probably 10 years from my previous band, and we would play shows together all the time and stuff, so it was a pretty natural and smooth transition from starting to play with them. It wasn't like going to play with new guys that you don't know. It's been packed full of lots of tours and yeah, really good times.
And you have released an album in that time as well. Now, the sound is incredible. It's got a really mature sound to it, which obviously comes natural as you guys, come on with age, but at the same time, it still has that really strong Underoath feel to it. How much did you bring to the album, and how was the songwriting process after Aaron leaving the band?
We literally, from that first day, just started writing, and I mean, we'd stay at the practice space till 1 in the morning sometimes, just because it was very creative, lots of ideas flowing. And as far as what I brought to the table, I don't know. I think just kind of a fresh perspective. I hadn't been playing heavy music for a few years before that, so I had just kind of ideas and maybe just passion for music. And then when I came into the picture, it was more of we were on the same page, so I think that helped things to just like go smooth and quick.
So how do you feel that this album compares, like in the songwriting process, to the old album?
We've never sat down and said, we're recording at this date a few months from now and we have nothing written, so starting with these few demos, we are going to write a record until it's finished, until we go in the studio. So that was weird in thinking about it, but when we actually did it, it was like super natural, like nothing ever got forced. Like he said, the first day he came down to when we went to the studio, it's like we were probably writing 1 to 2 songs a week. The next record will probably be much more of a, the idea of like there's creativity out there, you just have to go seek it and find it and uncover it, whereas this record was more just like break the levees and just let everything spew out and then figure out how to organize it later on,
Underoath are massive, and you've been topping Billboard charts, and you've been nominated for Grammy Awards, which is so rare, not only for a heavy band, but also a Christian band. How did the music industry kind of handle that shock?
They didn't. I don't think it was of magnitude where people had to deal with it one way or another, really. It was just something where it's like we're really fortunate. We're still here, almost 30 years old, which none of us thought we would probably be.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
You definitely set the benchmark for a lot of heavy bands, because at that time it was so underground, so the fact that you got to this kind of commercial success and is still doing it is incredible. I think you guys tour more than any other band that I've ever seen, and you go home and it's like, oh, you finish this Australian tour, which is on the other side of the world, you go to Sweden for a festival, and then you tour the States all over again. What's the best tour story for you guys?
Our last day on the last tour, Daniel and James and I went to Venice all night.
Oh yeah.
Our set time was at midnight, so we got up at like noon and spent like 8 hours in Venice, and it was insane. Just walked around the city and ate dinner, ate lunch.
Delicious food, and took an hour-long little water taxi ride through the canals, and it was amazing. We barely made it back for the show.
Like, for the band, I mean, you guys are touring all over the world. You've kind of got these amazingly successful albums. What else do you think the band can achieve?
Just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, continue writing music that we love and are passionate about, and keep touring. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So great to chat to you both. Thanks,
Thank
Dan
you.
and Tim.
Yeah. Thanks for having
You're in
us.
1700. I'm Cassie, and I'm with Underoath.